Hello everybody, this is Rise and I'm here with Cholera and we're going to bring you the OSL Group D. First matchup we have here is Upmagic versus Shine Cow. This is going to be the first set that we're commentating right now, and they're playing on Tears of the Moon, one of the newer maps that you've only seen a few games played on so far, so it should be pretty exciting. A couple of notes, we'll get back to the map in a few minutes, but this is the first set, and then whoever wins this, best out of 3, is going to go on to play Much. That's right, Much. So we're going to be seeing some exciting games to get there, and certainly some exciting games once Much is involved, because Much is a fun player to watch, always playing exciting strategies, and very interesting character for sure. Cholera, what do you think about these two players? Do you have to favor one over the other, or is it pretty evenly matched here?
Well, hey everybody, I would definitely favor Upmagic in this, and by the way, that was an awesome introduction. That's the first time I've actually seen the full intro for the next OSL, which is the Batoo OSL. In fact, we're in it right now. This is the round of 36, and I would favor Upmagic here. Upmagic has been doing pretty decently. He's over 50% against Zerg. Shine Cal, I've not seen too much of. He's a new Zerg player on We Made Fox. He's done okay recently, but certainly not amazingly. I believe Upmagic beat Savior quite badly recently, and that was quite fun to watch, I guess, for all those who dislike Savior. But I think he'll be able to take Cal Shine Cal pretty easily here, especially on Tears of the Moon, which is a new map that I think is pretty Terran biased. One of the interesting facts about this is that your main base is actually within siegeable range from a siege tank outside of a wall in your main base. So you can actually hit the extractor and your drone's mining gas. So we'll see if that comes into play later on in this game.
Yeah, I think that the map overall is pretty biased towards Terran on this. There's a lot of those very, very close choke points, pretty much to get anywhere in the map. As long as a Terran doesn't go across the middle of the map and try to rush his opponent right across there, and if he stays on the ridges, it's going to be very hard for a Zerg player to flank him and pull something off. Although, if he does successfully do some sort of lurker flank, the Terran player could, of course, be in trouble at that point. But I'm imagining that the Terran player is just going to be so highly favored on this map with the choke points that's never going to get to that point. So I think that right now Shine Cal has a little bit of an uphill battle to fight. Isn't Shine actually another player's name, by the way?
I don't know, actually. I think it is actually another player, a Terran player, actually. Yeah.
Yeah.
At least, yeah, Terran player on on OGN Sparky. So we do have to note that this is Shine Cal and not plain old Shine from OGN. Shine,
but
name,
also
actually.
Not Cal.
And also not
neither
Cal.
of those two players.
And meanwhile, Upmagic is characteristically going for a non-standard build. Upmagic, known for his creativity, also probably the best player on Team Eastro. He is going for a mech build against Zerg, and definitely a one-base opening here. This is going to be interesting. Now, the lucky thing is for Shine is that he sent out a very early drone scout. I believe that was a 9 drone, and he's now going to spot it, and he's going to be prepared for this kind of one-base build. Now, we could be seeing maybe, just maybe, a rush towards siege tanks just to take advantage of it. Obviously, many other choices. We could be seeing some kind of fantasy build, some kind of vulture run by, some kind of 2-port wraith action. Anything's possible once the Terran opens up mech.
Yeah, I have no idea what we're going to see quite yet, because this map is still new. There's still plenty of room for, as you were saying, very creative play, and Upmagic, great person to do that. Now with the Marine out, he's going to force that drone scout out of his base, so that's going to be probably all the information that Shine gets from him. Shine Cal. Gotta keep calling him Shine Cal. Although he's only making the 1 Marine, so maybe he'll be able to hang out for a little while longer than I thought. I think that this map is definitely going to be... we're going to see some interesting strats, both from Terran and from Zerg, though, I would have to imagine, because of the choke points and stuff, I would imagine we may actually see some sort of interesting builds from maybe even Shine Cal, especially against a player like Upmagic, and especially seeing what he's going. I think that he's going to have to do something in response to this. Otherwise, he's just going to get overrun. But unless he's willing to concede the first game, which I can't imagine he is. So it's going to be interesting. It looks like a Vulture is being produced right off the bat for Upmagic. So I guess he's going to try to get some sort of sneak in scout or do some damage. And with Lings out, he's going to be able to micro them fairly well. And we'll see what he's able to do with that.
Yeah, Shine is going interestingly for a 3-hatch build here. We've seen a lot of 2-hatch into Spire with some Hydralisks to protect that kind of build we've been seeing commonly against mech builds from Terran. But he's going for the sort of classic 3-hatch build, and this is interesting also. We're going to see a fast expand from Upmagic. So this could be similar to the actual Fantasy build, which is like this. Fantasy went for Vultures to protect his fast expand, then went into quick Valkyries. Maybe it's because Upmagic saw that Shine was going for a fast expand of his own, but hold my thought, he's going to try to get a Vulture through, not going to get it. Shine with a good building position now, and he's going to send his Zerglings into the natural expansion of Upmagic. So Upmagic could be in big trouble here. I don't think he has anything at all inside of his base. He's got one Vulture protecting his fast expand. This was the danger of the Fantasy build, is that if your Vulture isn't perfectly microed, you're going to lose your fast expand. And the Terran Command Center, I think it was canceled. It was canceled. But Upmagic is going to be hugely behind. He's going to lose the minerals for that command center, and his buildings are, his SCVs are still in jeopardy. That one Vulture, just might go down. If that Vulture goes down, it's going to be gigantic trouble for Upmagic. It looks like he's going to micro it and kill off the Zerglings. But one thing we should have noted is that Tears of the Moon does have 2 entrances in your natural expand, so it does make it hard to fast expand for either Terran or especially Protoss against Zerg. But it looks like we're going to see it anyway from Upmagic. Upmagic committed, and we're seeing a Hydra's Den now out for Shine.
Yeah, Shine Cal definitely clever play there after he saw the Vulture, and he went around the back, and definitely something worth doing. We were talking about this earlier about why it's difficult to do a fast expand on this map for exactly that reason.
By the way.
Yeah. We might actually see him try to go for another run by between that sunken, and there's not much there, so he's actually going to get there in a couple of seconds. And there's a drone up there though. Actually, no, he's not. He's sitting outside of it. I don't know why. That kind of seemed a little bit of a waste, actually. I don't know if... Oh, well, he is able to attack a larva. I guess he's got that going for him. But other than that, nothing going to come out of that at all. I was really expecting the run-by there. Even with the drone there, he wouldn't have lost more than one Vulture, and he would have got a lot more information out of it, too. And Upmagic looking actually a little dismayed about the past, I guess, couple of minutes of this game at this point, because not much seems to be going in his favor. He has got that expansion up finally, and he's got 3 factories up and running. Well, two up and running, third one building. It looked like he was upgrading mines. He does. He has mines upgraded. I don't know if he's expecting quick lurker or just a mass hydra or whatever, but he's got some mines out on the ground, which I think is a good idea anyway. For scouting purposes alone, he should definitely try to get some behind the path towards his natural, the path to the back of his natural, because this way he could see if he is going to get another run by, and that barracks may actually go down as well. And now those Vultures looking to maybe run by again, and if he went in, no, there's actually a couple of units blocking that, so he's just going to sit in the outside of that base and lay some more mines, which I don't know how effective that's going to be with Hydras, the amount of Hydras that he has, and now Goliath's out on the field. Definitely interesting play from Upmagic.
Yeah, this is looking like a Terran versus Protoss here. Definitely a strange opening here. Oh, mine almost going off on the Hydralisks. Oh, Shine, little poor micro there. That's actually quite poor. He had the Overlord right next to it, but losing 2 Hydras there. Now, the thing is, this is the problem if you're Upmagic and you're known for going creative builds. And also, Shine has only played 3 games prior to this one in his pro career. So this is a big opening for him to get into the OSL. He had to go through the preliminaries. Oh, yeah. So he's been practicing against creativity, I bet. I bet he's been sitting in the Made house, talking to Nada, talking to Mine, and saying, I'm going to play Upmagic. How am I going to play this guy when he's going to go, most likely, something like Mech? And he's probably prepared against all sorts of things. You saw how well prepared he was against a Vulture run-by, which has been sort of a neo Mech build from Terran, as we've been seeing a lot of it. And now he's going in with mass Hydras, and Upmagic's in big trouble. He's got Goliaths to prepare against Mutalisks, but this is going to be terrible against all those Hydras. Hydras just eat up Mech like this, and wow, he's in big trouble. Your command center goes down.
Oh, man.
Just like, this was Jaedong versus, who was it again? Jaedong fought somebody, and it ended up like Jaedong versus Flash. Oh, but Vultures have gotten through the main somehow, and they picked off like all the drones there, or they forced them to retreat. This is absolutely wild here. It's a crazy game.
Wow. I mean, he ended up going mass Hydra, which, you know, against Goliaths isn't really a bad idea. But I would imagine, it looks like he did just move the drone, so I guess he did manage to save most of them. Although I have no idea how those vultures got in. He must have done a run-by when we weren't paying attention or when the commentators weren't looking. And now, yeah, so now basically, Upmagic forced to rebuild that command center for the 3rd time. This is the 3rd time he's building that. A huge loss in minerals. He's only got Goliaths and 1 tank that I don't even think has siege mode, although not enough Hydras going in. He's totally wasting his Hydras against that force, that mech force, and Terran boost is upgraded as well. So I think Shine Cow's got to be a little bit more careful with what he's doing. And actually, even though he lost that expansion, he's got all of his attacking units still, and Shine Cow does not. He's got what looks to be 12 Hydras, and oh, if he takes out that tank, that's going to be huge, and he does. Still a good amount of Goliaths, but those Goliaths probably going to go down to this number of Hydras. Oh no, maybe not. He's actually taking them out pretty good. He's got some spider mines. Oh, big spider mine.
Beautiful
and
mine.
That's really gonna put things back into Upmagic's field of play, because he was in trouble there for a second. But that mine took out, I think, 4 or 5 Hydras.
Yeah, a little bit of poor control there by Shine, and also a little bit too overzealous there. But he knows he needs to do damage because, like Terran versus Protoss, Spider Mines are incredibly effective against Hydralisks, just like they are against Dragoons. And, you know, they're actually even more effective against Hydras. They go down with 1 hit from a Spider Mine. So they just absolutely get owned by Vulture Mines. And, you know, what I was talking about was Flash versus Jaedong, where Flash got destroyed by Jaedong on Destination. He went for a mech build, and Jaedong just sniped off his command center over and over again, couldn't let him expand, and it was just disastrous for Flash. But, you know, we're going to see if Upmagic avoids the same fate of Flash's. Now a relatively late Spire coming out from Shine. He has a lot of Hydras, but he's sort of in trouble at this point. He's weak at this point because his opponent has tanks and Spider Mines, and they're going to be a lot better against those Hydralisks, and the Hydras basically don't really have much of a chance. But now he's getting Lurkers, actually, so definitely an interesting switch in tech here. You know, I really won't say who's an advantage. I mean, you know, Shine looked like he was an advantage by taking out the command center, but Upmagic has come back quite well here. Now Shine trying to set up an expansion at his, I believe that is a gas expansion, or yeah, that is a gas expansion there. You know, we'll see if he manages to hold it. It's going to be kind of difficult though, most likely because he's going to get scouted, and you know, he's going to get sieged there pretty soon, I think.
Yeah, he just got scouted for that matter, and that must have been how he did the run-by before when the commentator wasn't showing it, the Korean commentator. So he tried to do it again, but it was pretty unsuccessful there, where he tried to get back into the main base with a couple of vultures. And now, is that a drop, or has he just got a couple of over? I think he's going for a drop. I mean, he's going into the back of the base, which, oh, but Upmagic actually looks like he's prepared for this a little bit. He's got turrets going down, although probably not soon enough, and he's also got an eBay floating in that direction, and they may just be out of range of that eBay. I don't know if he was able to scout it. That was way close, and we're going to see if this actually gets pulled off. Upmagic has no forces in his base, though. Hydra's getting dropped. Lurker's dropped as well. This is going to be really bad for Upmagic. Lurker's in the mineral field, and he's going to be forced to take those the mining units out of there and send them back to his natural expansion that just got rebuilt. Comsat going down. Probably one more Comsat out on the field for him. I don't know how much magic it has, though. And this is going to be really difficult for Upmagic to defend if he doesn't have the Comsat, although he does take out the small force pretty quickly and down to 1 Lurker, so it looks like he is going to clean that up fairly easily after all. And Shine now, having lost four Overlords full of units and a couple of Overlords as well themselves, and that definitely didn't pay off as much as I thought it would possibly, considering how far he got with it.
Yeah, I think he was just, you know, I think it was what he needed to do, certainly, keep Upmagic back, but I think he could have positioned his Lurkers a little bit better and gotten more SCVs. He definitely got a lot of single hits off on those SCVs, but they do take 3 hits, of course, to kill. And meanwhile, we saw a +1 attack for the mech units. Another Lurker dropping in the back there, but another scan. And, oh, he might actually unburrow and pick it up. We could see that, actually. And no, it looks like there's just not enough detection. No, not, oh, another scan coming off. But that is very, very smart play there from Shine, and he's going to actually discover a new command center trying to go up.
That's 4.
And that is not going to work. But look at that large mech army. This is what I was talking about. It is very, very hard to stop that army in the mid game, especially without any other tech other than Hydras and Lurkers. Not good against mech, and maybe some Mutalisks would be decent, but not. Yeah, there they are. Okay, there's the Mutalisk I've been waiting to see. So this is what he needs. A Mutalisk force is definitely very good against, well, not against necessarily that many Goliaths, but certainly allows him more mobility, and he is going to take advantage of his mobility. Going to pick off a lot of SCVs here. No turrets there at all because all the minerals have gone towards Goliaths most likely. But oh, Charon boosted Goliaths with +1 is not good. Mutalisk cannot engage that. But on the other hand, they can certainly do a good harassment. So we'll see if they manage to keep him back enough. What Shine really needs to do is get to Hive Tech pretty soon, get those Cracklings out, and get the Defilers out. But, you know, it's going to be a balance between teching up and trying to get enough units to hold off this gargantuan army. And, oh, look at those, oh, man, look at those Charon boosted Goliaths. They're going to rip apart those Mutalisks. What are they thinking? Trying to get the tanks, not going to work.
Oh, that just I almost feel bad for a Zerg player when he goes against that because there's almost nothing he can do. He's taking out the tanks, which he's got to do.
Nice.
But I don't think he's got, even now, I still don't know if he's got enough forces to take out this whole army. He doesn't. He definitely doesn't. Upmagic going to force him back. Shine doing all he can at this point. He's got the uphill advantage right here, but it's not going to do enough for him to really take out this force. No, I mean, it's a nice arc of Goliaths around that small arc of Hydras.
Yeah.
And that's just going to be it for Shine Cal, I think, because at this, oh, well, actually, no, it looks like he's taking out most of the Goliaths. He is, okay, so he's going to actually force him back. I wanted to mention also that he took out a lot of SCVs between his Lurker drop and his Muta harass, so actually doing a really good job of harassing that economy of Upmagic, which at this point is still important, although maybe not as important as it could have been, you know, 10 minutes ago, but still definitely keeping Upmagic from going all out macro at this point with a ton of factories producing tons of Goliaths. So it's going to slow him a little bit down and give Shine Cal at least a small chance to get back into this game, because right now I feel that he's pretty far behind at this point.
Yeah, well, he's lost his armies. I wouldn't necessarily say he's that far behind, though. He's got +1 attack for his Hydralisk, now getting harassed, though, at that new expansion. And really, you know, his sunken colony position a little bit off. He could have put it a little bit closer to the mineral lines. This is actually turning out to be quite a good game, which is a little bit surprising because, well, I guess Upmagic does create some good games, but, you know, Shine Cal is an unknown, just started off. I believe before this game he was 1-2, so, you know, not much of a record. But this is actually turning out to be a very exciting game, actually. Quite impressed here by these two players. Anyway, this is actually a weird place to expand for for Upmagic. It's got 4 mineral patches. I mean, literally, he's risking a command center for 4 mineral patches. I think he would be better off. They are doubles. Oh, they are high yield. Thank you very much. Wow, I am a noob. I should have read about that. Yes, they are high yield, so that means they're doubled. 2 SCVs can, so that is 8 patches. So, okay, take that back. That's a decent place to expand. Although there are some other expansions at the lower left that have gas, of course. New to this map, of course. The center ground is being held by the Terran, though. The center ground is very important in this map because it controls the ridges that lead around. And we're seeing now more tanks going forward here. 1-1 upgrades for Upmagic, and you know, I think +1 attack is actually the correct way to go when dealing against mechanized. You don't want the Carapace so early because of the way they deal damage. Oh wow, that's a huge amount of units getting killed once again. Really, the mech build is the strongest during the mid game. The Terran mech build, it's weak in the beginning and it's weak in the end game when Hive play is coming up, but at this point it is just so strong against whatever the Zerg can put up. And once again, we're seeing a lot of Mutalisks and Hydras going in, getting killed off mostly, but they manage to get the tanks, which is critical, because then they can't really deal with the Hydras very well.
Definitely, and Spider-Mind's still playing a large role in this. You can see him bringing out the Overlords again because he lost another 4 or 5 Hydras to those mines, and now there's the tank, and he's going to just be able to take out the rest of those Hydras, or at least force him back to his base. And again, with those Terran booster upgrades, that's also going to be very helpful against the Overlords, and so that's going to just aid all the mines that he's putting down. And man, that's just going to be real tough for Shine Cal to deal with. Although he does have the 3 bases mining pretty well, I think Upmagic is economically ahead, though, because he's got 3 bases himself, which, as far as I know, you want to be a little bit ahead of a Terran player with his expansions. And right now, Shine Cal certainly fighting an uphill battle. He's still not contained in his base exactly. He's got the ridges bushes, which allow him the mobility to get around that center area. But slowly but surely, Upmagic is definitely constricting him down towards his natural.
And another
one by. Nicely done, right between there and right into the drones, and he's going to get a bunch of drones. Or no, he's actually going to be taken out by a good drone drill and a couple of lings. So 2 of them going down just to drones, and now that one last Vulture is going to try to micro as best he can, but going down. Although doing the damage that enough to pay them off for sure. I mean, making them worthwhile to do that. There is a double evolution chamber. He's got that +2 upgrades on attack right now. I don't know if he's got +1 on Carapace.
Zergling killing a Hydra. That Zergling,
that's
not
awesome.
friends with a Hydra. Yeah.
No, not at all. But the Hydra living to tell the story.
Yeah. You know, the problem here for Shine Cal is that he's stuck here on lair, doesn't have the gas necessary, nor the resources in general to support Hive Tech, and like I said, he can't stay on tier 2 very long here against his Terran mech army because it's just going to be stronger. But notice that the food count's been relatively low this game. You know, we're in the 20th minute, we're still facing 80 food count versus 71. Good lurker harass from Shine Cal. Very exciting game, actually. A lot of, you know, multitasking here from both players. I really like those Vultures run-bys. They really remind me a lot of Terran versus Protoss. I keep saying it, but that's, you know, that's what you see in Terran versus Protoss. You see a bunch of Vultures run into the Protoss base and kill probes, but we're seeing this instead from Upmagic. It shows that he definitely likes these non-orthodox builds. And in fact, you know, maybe we're going to see mech builds become the new orthodox for Terrans, because more than half the games I've seen recently with TVZ have resulted in mech builds, or at least you know, not you know, fast expand medic marines. But anyway, we're seeing a large attack force here from Shine Cal, but once again, I don't think it's going to be successful here. Zerglings and Hydras running in, no lurkers, no mutalisks. I don't think it's going to work, although there's a lot of Zerglings. No, it's not going to work. The first wave of Zerglings goes down, and now the units are just going to come in through the breach. A lot of Hydralisk corpses there, and once again, another attack beaten back, and Shine not looking very good here. Still 3 bases, and just doesn't have the resources to leave, although he does have that +2 attack, but I just don't think it's going to be enough. Hydralisks just don't fare well against you know, Goliaths and tanks.
Yeah, but good for him, though. He did get his 3rd expansion, 4th base, so that's going to help his cause. But the harass that had hoped to take out all the SCVs at the expansion of Upmagic, not enough. And another Vulture run by. He's going straight after the drones. He doesn't care about the sunken at all. And taking out what looked to be 3 or 4. And he actually had some going down on the natural as well. And that's going to be good. I mean, well, for him anyway, not good for Shine Cal. So Upmagic doing a really good job with his Vultures harassing. And it's funny because there's not much that Shine seems to be able to do about it. I think that he should really remake a sunken colony over there a little further out to prevent that from happening. But at this point, I'm not even sure it matters. Still with the same force of Lings and Hydras against Spider Mines and Goliaths, and tanks, this is just not going to work.
I want you to check something out, Rise. Sorry.
What's that?
I'm just going to check out. Shine, both of them have a lot of gas, China, but look at Shine's gas. He's at 2,200 gas here, and this is because he's stuck at the lair level. He can't spend his gas correctly. He can't build enough mules. Mules aren't that effective. Oh, man, more drones killing off. He can't mine enough minerals to support this tier 2 army here. He needs to get to tier 3, but due to the fact that this game has gone the way it has, he can't. He's just constantly been forced to build more units just to save himself, and just the fact he can't use his gas up, just, oh, man, look at this lurkers melt here. Trying to do another harass, but it's a little too late for that, buddy. And, you know, he needs to get to that tier 3 so he can get ultras, defilers, but he wasn't able to this game, and I think this game is a lost cause for him now. Note that also, I mean, it's not that bad for Upmagic. He actually, you know, Terran mech does consume a lot of gas, although he's not had science vessels. He's pretty much not needed science vessels, given the way the game has gone. Not very lurker heavy for Shine, and definitely an interesting game, but you could see how the Zerg suffer really badly when put in this position of dealing with mech with just Hydras and lurkers and mutas. He really needed to get to that hive much earlier. I'm just repeating myself, but, you know, I just wish to see defilers and plague, which really eat up Terran mech, but alas, we're not going to see that in this game, and we're most likely going to see Shine. Okay, finally, he heard me. He heard me through time, and he's going to get himself a high, but way too late at this point.
Definitely too late. I think that if he had a chance to do that, he should have done that about 10 minutes ago. I mean, like you were saying, it is that important to mention over and over and over because another good Vulture has. It's so important to mention because every single time that every minute that this goes on, this plays into Upmagic's hand. You know, he's got exactly like you were saying, a perfect mid-game force, and by keeping Shine Cow stuck in the mid-game, the mid-game tech, the lair tech that he's been making for the entire game, he can't get ahead. There's no way. I mean, there's just, I don't think it's possible against playing someone like you know, any pro level like that. How do you possibly beat that with Lings and Hydra? I mean, he either should have GG'd a while ago or gone Hive a while ago, and I can't believe he didn't do either, to be honest, at this point, because I think at this point he's about to meet the Terran Ball that's going to really run him over for sure this time.
Yeah, the Metal Ball is so good against his mid-game army. I mean, you know, you can win with Hydras, you know, before all the detractors start saying, oh, you know, we've seen it all the time. Yeah, Jaedong won with Hydras, but that was at a much earlier point than this game. This game, really, Upmagic, you know, once he starts developing tanks, then, you know, you need to start tagging up because tanks will eat anything in the mid-game here. Mutos can pick some of them off, but not, you know, Goliath and tank is such a strong army, and here we're seeing the Metal Ball rolling down here, and the Metal Ball. No, he sieges, and that's it. There's so many tanks. Yeah, the weak biological units. Korean GG coming from Shine.
So, good game there. I mean, definitely a lot more exciting from Shine Cow than I expected for someone who is relatively unknown. Upmagic living up to his name, continuing to be creative, and making for a very enjoyable game to watch. Any last comments?
No, stay tuned for Game 2 on Medusa. Thanks for watching.
See you there, guys. GG.